everybody, I'm Merisu the Arclight, formerly Sayaka, Ichigo, Kamishiro, Arclight, and thank you so much for checking out this video, which is none other than Chapter 0 of Revolution in Full Color. Yay! I'm so happy to finally have this out, and I thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you enjoy it. Now, a quick little disclaimer, me being me, I have sheep fluff for brain, and I'm also very stubborn. So I really wanted to get this chapter out within a reasonable time, like today, because I want to work on Christmas things in peace and just really enjoy the season. So because of that, I did not have time to learn all the fancy editing skills that I desperately lack. So this chapter will not be presented in a very interesting way. It's just going to be a simple flip through. And that's all it's going to be. I do not have time to edit it nicer. If I do edit it nicer later on down the road, I will upload that version instead to make it somewhat tolerable though. And also because I'm not sure if the text will be able to all be seen from the way that I am presenting this. I will be reading along with this chapter. I am not going to be doing that for every single chapter at all, mainly because that would sound horrible, just really, really bad. And this one's probably going to sound really bad too, and I apologize ahead of time. I'm not a voice actress. I have never had any experience in voice acting, so excuse my bad voice acting, and I'm going to admonish myself later for this because I know I'm going to regret it, but you gotta do what you gotta do because I really want to get this chapter out before the end of the year. And I'm pretty much all finished. And I don't want my lack of editing skills to be the reason why this chapter is not out. So, I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, forgive me of my bad voice acting. Also, I am open to constructive criticism. I am not above that. My mom thinks I am, but I'm not. I swear. Just please be nice in your wording, and please understand that this is the first time I've ever attempted to do this. I've never drawn a comic, a manga, or anything like this a day in my life. So please go easy. Also, if you want to read it and enjoy the artwork that's semi-bad and semi-good, and get a closer look at all that, it will be posted on my DeviantArt. I can't say where else it will be posted because I'm still trying to figure that out. Hopefully I will get it all figured out by Sunday, so that way I can just enjoy the holiday and such. But until then, enjoy the video. Let's go! Notice: Revolution in Full Color belongs fully to Merisu the Arclight, formerly Sayaka, Ichigo, Kamishiro, Arclight. You are not permitted to use the story, characters, or elements in any such way unless you are doing fan art or gift-related artwork for it. Please note, Revolution in Full Color is a complete work of fiction, and any references or similarities to real person, organization, or group is coincidence. Also, please note that the title has language, violence, blood, smoking, and ever-sensitive topics and harsh elements, and is not recommended for young children. Many of the beliefs, ideologies, or habits throughout the series are not practiced nor condoned by me personally as the creator, and no specific character within the series is a mouthpiece in saying what is right or wrong. These differing elements are merely here to create a realistic environment, as different beliefs and ideologies are what make up the world. Please keep this in mind as you read, and I hope you enjoy Revolution in Full Color. Welcome, Dr. Zhang Lu. Chapter 0. Children of a Shiny Happy Future. Let's see now. When did this all begin? I believe it was nearly 18 years ago. January 21st, circa 2020. The entire world had been thrown into full chaos due to several global disasters just within the beginning of the year. Floods, fires, earthquakes, and from those that aren't natural, that are brought on by man's own stupidity. Terrorist attacks from different organizations on all sorts of varying government buildings all over the world. These attacks are caused by a wide variety of groups. from eco-terrorists, religious extremists, to political activists. However, all these terrorist attacks are committed by people who have no shared alliances, people of different faiths, political alignments, and even countries. All different, yet all have one thing in common, one desire they demand to see to come to fruition: complete submission from their governments. And such attacks only cause our world to sink into deeper chaos. Till finally, one day, a ray of hope came to all, in the form of a strange being known as a spirit from a parallel world. No one knew much of the world that this strange being claimed to originate from. No, the only thing we knew for certain was she had chosen our world, Earth. More specifically, she chose our home, Light Islands, a small nation off the east coast of America. And it was here, on our tiny little country, where the spirit decided to have a test that would judge the outcome of the entire world. For it was here she claimed this: "Humans of the world, long have you since committed great sins upon the earth, sins which have sunken so deep into the soil she is doomed for a judgment that cannot be stopped. But fear not, I will bless your children and the generations hereafter with great power, that in hopes you might survive this oncoming judgment, and perhaps even redeem yourself." Judgment? Well, I can't say I believe in that. And I wasn't the only one. Most everyone took this strange visitor's claims of judgment merely as rants of an insane delusional clown. However, it didn't take long to convince all that there was some truth to her words. Seeing not too long after her prophecy went out, nearly all of our island's children who were 8 years of age were suddenly blessed with amazing abilities, which we in the scientific community called meta-abilities. Though, I suppose the more juvenile term for such skills would be superpowers. Whatever term you choose to use, we in the government all agreed that it would be better for such things to remain quiet from the public. So, we believed it would be in their best interest and safety to hide such things. And so, we did just that. Or at least we tried. It turned out hiding such a fact proved to be quite a challenge. And soon it was impossible, for with each passing day, more and more children were gaining new meta-abilities, while even those of us who tried to keep a lid were soon surprised with our own children being suddenly blessed with such gifts. With all this, the idea of keeping things hidden became pointless. What all of us could only dream about was in science fiction comics has now become our... And so, we released an official statement to our entire country and the rest of the world. This just in, Sunshine Labs have officially released a statement declaring that many of the children born in the year 2012 or after have been shown to have meta-abilities, more simply known as superpowers. Yes, you heard that right, actual superpowers. Now, we ask you not to panic. We advise you to trust the experts. If you have a child between the ages of 8 and 13 months, bring them to St. Luciana's Hospital or Sunshine Groves Hospital. We ask everyone's compliance in hopes that we can get through these uncertain times. So please, trust the experts. And so, we told them everything. We told them of Lucidian and how we believe she came to Earth in our country in 2012, which is why children born in or after 2012 on the Light Islands only hold potential for such powers, and they begin to show signs when they reach about the ages between 5 and 10. And now, the public didn't just know of these powers, but were either full of amazement, questions, or fear. I suppose such emotions were only natural considering the situation. If someone could truly kill you with just a simple gesture, then would that not be the most truly terrifying thing? And so, centers were formed either by the public or private funding, facilities that were designed to teach kids and how to use their powers in hopes that they could properly function within society and resume a normal life once again. A normal life? How foolish. Do they honestly believe people who have such extraordinary abilities could ever go about and function within society, let alone live normally? Would it even be right for them to even try? Restraining such talents to live in normalcy, that isn't just foolish, it's selfish. Such thoughts were nothing more than the crazed delusionals formed from the fears of stupid parents who believed that they knew what was best for their children over the experts, parents who were afraid and just wanted their kids to go back to normal, idiots who simply feared what they did not understand and who had absolutely no desire to try to learn. Still, it was this fear and need for normalcy that gave birth to these centers, and was these centers that were the beginning of our new journey. For you see, despite the fact of these centers being created in hopes of getting us back to normal, it became clear what would happen next would be anything but the normal we were all used to. However, I suppose it was the natural outcome. Tesla Rush, a man who believed that these children could do more for society than just live normal lives, but instead serve a greater good in hopes of moving us all forward towards a brighter future. Just as foolish as the parents, if you ask me. Children may be the future, but to believe that they're what can guide us there, why, that's just as idiotic as the parents who desire to live in the past. But still, his idea wasn't all that bad, for it was him who unveiled the first real-life superhero. Novus the Wonder Boy, real name Robert Kevin Williams. Some orphan Rush had adopted, and without any doubt, he was the world's strongest superpowered child. Name Novus. Superpower Nova. He can generate aura that gives him super strength, super speed, super regeneration, nigh invulnerability, flight, energy blast, and shields. A regular old Superboy. Kid to steal, so to speak. Beginning his superhero career just at the age of 13, he paved the way for a new profession. By the middle of the year 2025, the term child superhero became a common thing, brought on to aspire beloved government, or just a simple parent who wanted the fame and attention a kid hero could bring them. And these centers went from teaching children and how to use their powers to live normally to schools designed to teach them how to become heroes. Some people believed it to be wrong entirely for these children to be heroes. Others believed that they should at least wait. But still, time waits for no man, and progress, be it good or bad, does not stop. Despite these changes, however, everything was fine for a while. But of course, that didn't last. This is a live update. A massive explosion on the east side of White City, where Robert K. Williams, aka Novus, was locked in combat with a juvenile supervillain going by the name Skull. The explosion was first believed to be brought on by the perpetrator, is now suspected to actually be a result of Novus's own powers recoiling and exploding in on itself. The fallout has been catastrophic, and an estimate of over 700 people, both civilians and government workers, have been reported dead, with even more injured. After the incident was our so-called Wonder Boy, the people begged for a solution. And when humans desire something, science finds a way to deliver. Greystone Labs is the first to accommodate the populace's desire for control. Collars were designed to help keep people's powers in check, and soon they were mandated by our government, designed to monitor how much one was using their powers and block the gene that was connected to said power if they were to get to the point of danger. But I must say, this was great pride and joy. It was my team at Sunshine Labs who truly turned everything around when we were the first to develop a drug that would do the same thing the collars did, only more efficiently. And like the collars, our government advised every superpowered child to take our cure limiter. However, certain people did not approve of our methods, so they protested and tried to bring down Sunshine's main lab. In addition to that, our capital as well. But in the end, all attempts were quashed by the government, and this time compliance with them was not an advisement, but simply an order, and any dissonance was gotten rid of was extreme prejudice. Now the year is 2038, and I can't say the world has gotten any better, but at least here on our tiny little island, peace has been attained. It's quite easy if everyone just simply puts in the effort. People always make a fuss about peace and make it seem so hard when all you really have to do is surrender yourself entirely to your government. Let us take control of the little facets in your life. Be good citizens and do the work you are assigned and comply with the experts. Trust us to take care of the things that are too big and scary for you to deal with. And then we can all live in peace. And that's exactly what we have. You can be free to live however you desire. We in the Light Islands are a shining example, a bright light to this dark, miserable world. Kids who have complied are free to use their powers however they please, provided they obey the law, of course. And if they desire, they can either choose to serve as a superhero or even be a superstar. We even send our older superpower off to help bring peace to the rest of the world. But in the end, if it gets us to utopia, isn't it worth your complete obedience? And all are welcomed to our utopia. In fact, we believe it better this way. Just simply obey us, and we can all live together in absolute paradise. But what about those who refuse to obey? Those who refuse to lie down and be dictated by another human being? It's only natural for such an environment to form segments that will attempt to rebel. Although, I must say, in the end, their existence is nothing. Absolutely nothing to waste worries or interest on. With all the power we have amassed, a true revolution is impossible. Which is why those people do not interest me in the slightest. We simply humor their foolish notions long enough to build up a false hope within them and their kind, and when they believe that they're at their peak and prepared to strike, we simply crush them first, and sweep their shattered remnants into the ash heap with all the ever-failed revolutionists. And as I said, I have no fear, no hatred, or interest in those types at all. No, the people who interest me are those who try to dwell in neutrality. I find people who do not wish to go along with the natural order of their society, but still know it is futile to resist such a society, amusing. A neutral person who has no strength to fight, but no desire to be enslaved. In this world we have constructed of black and white, of government and revolutionist. Could someone truly dwell in between, and know peace? And if so, for how long? How long could they be neutral? How long will you persist in saying governance of the world is no concern to you just as long as you are able to live your life in peace? Well, you tell me, since you're so determined to live in such a manner. Well, what's your answer, Miss Sato Yoshiko? And with that, we reached the end. Yay! I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun doing that. I know my voice acting was bad, and I apologize. That was actually really hard on my voice. I did that mostly all in one take, outside of a few moments where I had to take a breather, so I pushed pause. Boy, I have even more respect for voice actors. I always had respect for them, but I have even more. So, yeah. I'm not probably going to do that again. Actually, I know I'm not going to do that again because that was really hard and it probably didn't even sound good, but I hope it at least helped the experience, or at least didn't ruin the experience. And if you want to take a look at this up close, it will be on my DeviantArt. I can't say where else it will be because I don't know where I'm posting it yet, but I'm going to figure it all out and it will all be linked down in the description for you to see and for you to enjoy. And if you noticed any differences between the dialogue of what was being spoken and what was actually written down on the pages, well, that is because of two reasons. One, because I was sitting a ways back from my computer, so my voice would not be on top of my microphone and actually sound audible and understandable. So because of that, I had trouble seeing some of the text far away. That's also why I ended up making a few mistakes, just with the speaking just in general. And then also my brain just kind of short-circuited and kind of spoofed out and like, wait, what do I say? And I had to quickly rethink of it. And then on top of that also, there was a few spelling errors. Now by the time I get this uploaded, those spelling errors will hopefully all have been checked. But at the time that I've been recording this audio and I was looking at the pages, the spelling errors were still there. So I had to kind of work my way around that. So I'm gonna get this all fixed in editing, so hopefully it will look nicer. And then hopefully by the time chapter 0 comes out, I will be able to release this in even more of a presentable way, like maybe zooming into each frame so you can see each one close up and really enjoy it here on YouTube. So yeah, with that, I hope you enjoyed it. Now I'm just gonna sit back and draw some Christmas art. I have this one big speed paint for Christmas coming out. I have another speed paint, Lord willing, that I want to work on for New Year's. That's a surprise. And I also have some Christmas gifts coming out, but those will not most likely be having speed paints with them. Although the Christmas gifts might be late because there's only one more week till Christmas. Like literally only one more week. I can't believe it's that soon. So yeah, those are my plans going forwards. And then by the time New Year's comes, I'm going to be working on reference sheets. I've designed all the characters. Well, not all the characters. Nowhere near all the characters, but all the main 9 characters for Evolution Full Color. But some of them need a little bit fixing and also proper reference sheets. So I'm going to be doing that first. And I will also be working on chapter 1. Chapter 1 is completely written out, but it has not been drawn at all. So yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I also have to get to everything in real life, so it might take a little while. But so yeah, I have no idea when chapter 1 will be coming out, but I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I know this isn't the best, but it really is exciting because it is the first time I've done anything like this. So yeah, like I said, please go easy on the criticism, although I am willing to take it. So if there is anything that you think I should do better, or anything that doesn't look right, or if the word bubbles look weird, or that are hard to read, let me know. I'm legitimately wanting to know how I can improve myself. So yeah, with that, I say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed once again. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I really, really did enjoy it. And hopefully I will be back with another speed paint real soon. Bye!